A person's success is shaped by their mindset. This enduring truth has been demonstrated time and again through the journeys of accomplished figures like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, and Jeff Bezos. In his renowned book, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill stated, "Your thoughts define who you become." But if this holds true, why do so many people find success elusive? Do they not envision their future? Do they overlook their own capabilities? Today's tale will reveal the answers to these questions and impart a profound lesson. Along the way, we'll also pick up some new vocabulary to enrich our English skills. So stick with us until the end. I assure you this story will be worth your time. Once, in a bustling train station, there lived a man who survived by asking for charity. Each day, he relied on the kindness of travelers waiting for their trains. One afternoon, as he sought donations, he spotted a sharply dressed executive stepping onto the platform. Noting the man's tailored suit and confident demeanor, the beggar thought, "This man must be wealthy. If I ask him for help, he'll surely give me a substantial amount." With hope in his heart, he approached the executive and extended his hand. But instead of offering money, the executive looked at him and asked, "Do you only take from others? Have you ever contributed anything to anyone?" The beggar was taken aback. No one had ever posed such a question to him before. Perplexed, he responded, "Sir, I'm merely a beggar. I survive on charity. I have nothing to offer." The executive gave a faint smile and said, "If you think you have nothing to share, then you have no claim to receive anything either. I'm a trader. I believe in reciprocity. If you can provide something, I'll give something in return. But if you offer nothing, I cannot help you." With that, the executive boarded his train and departed. The beggar stood frozen, stunned by the words. He kept replaying the executive's message in his mind. "I've been asking for help for so long, but no one has ever spoken to me like this." The executive wasn't harsh, but his words rang true. "If I can't provide anything, why should others give to me?" For the first time, the beggar realized that perhaps people gave him little because he offered nothing in exchange. That night, he lay awake, lost in thought. What can I possibly give? I'm just a beggar with nothing to my name. Yet the executive's words echoed in his mind. To receive, you must first give. 2 days passed, and the beggar refrained from asking for money. He was consumed by reflection. On the third day, while sitting at the station, he noticed a cluster of wildflowers blooming near the tracks. Their vivid hues caught his attention, sparking an idea. What if, instead of just taking, I offer something in return? What if I give a flower to those who help me? Determined, he walked over, carefully gathered a handful of flowers, and returned to his spot. When someone gave him a coin, he smiled and handed them a flower in return. To his surprise, people accepted the flowers with delight. Some even smiled and expressed gratitude. As days went by, something remarkable occurred. More people began offering him money. He noticed a trend. As long as he had flowers to give, donations were generous. When the flowers ran out, contributions dwindled. So it's true, he thought. People value receiving something in return. One day, as he exchanged flowers for donations, he saw the executive again, seated on a train. Eagerly, he hurried over and said, "Sir, today I have something to offer. If you give me money, I'll give you flowers in return." The executive smiled, handed him some cash, and accepted a few flowers. "You've truly grasped the principle of exchange," he said. "You're no longer just a beggar, you're a trader now." The train reached the next station, and the executive disembarked. The beggar stood there, watching him leave. The executive's words ignited a new perspective. "Am I truly a trader now?" he wondered. For a long time, he reflected on this. Then suddenly it dawned on him. "I've discovered the key to success. I'm not just a beggar, I'm a merchant. People aren't giving me money out of sympathy. They're paying for the flowers I provide. This means I have a business." Filled with excitement, he made a bold choice. That day, he left the train station, vowing never to return as a beggar. 6 months later, at the same station, 2 well-dressed men crossed paths. They shook hands, but one looked puzzled. "Have we met before?" he asked. The other smiled and said, "Yes, we've met twice before, right here on this train." The first man furrowed his brow, trying to recall. Then his eyes widened in recognition. "Wait, you're the beggar, the one I refused to help, and later I bought flowers from you," the former beggar chuckled. "Yes, that was me, but today I'm no longer a beggar. I run a thriving flower business, and I'm traveling to grow it further." The executive was astounded. "That's incredible. What changed?" The flower seller smiled. "You taught me one of life's greatest lessons. We only receive when we give. That day I realized I was never truly a beggar. I was a merchant all along. I just needed to see it." The two men shook hands again, now as equals, and boarded their trains, each heading toward their own future. Your life is shaped by how you view yourself. If you see yourself as insignificant, you'll remain so, but if you recognize your inner potential, you can achieve greatness. Don't hold yourself back. View yourself as capable, resilient, and successful. When your mindset shifts, your future transforms. If this story resonated with you, give it a thumbs up, share your takeaways in the comments, and pass it along to inspire others. See you in the next tale.